Hi, everybody. I have an update as to where I am on the first draft of the book on Sarah Wild, and I am actually just finishing up the basic structure of chapter 2, which is called The Long Journey Home. At least that's what it's called right now. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about what I did because we don't know the name of the ship that William and Abigail traveled on from England to New England, but I was able to piece together possible scenarios as to what the family experienced on the ocean based on other narratives of ship travels from about 1619 all the way through 1635, and I concentrated mostly and foremost on the Winthrop fleet, which left England in 1630, because John Winthrop Sr. did such a great job of chronicling almost on a daily basis as to what they experienced, both in what was happening on the ship, what people were doing, what punishments were given out to people that were unruly. What the weather was like, how they dealt with the weather, how they were able to kind of mend some of these ships to the best of their ability when things happened, especially if they hit such stormy weather and things started to leak. And another narrative really talks about like what happened if the ship would have like gone to and fro, especially during a hurricane. Now, again, we don't know if William actually encountered a hurricane, but we do know that he lost a lot of provisions from England to here. And we don't know if that was because he sold stuff to finance the trip or if he lost some stuff on board. What happened, we don't exactly know. But we do know now from reading this narrative, or at least I now know, that some of these provisions were lost if they were to encounter some really rough weather. Basically, they would toss some of the stuff overboard because they needed to keep the ship from capsizing. So that was an interesting realization for me. Plus other things that happened, like the different sicknesses that would have happened and the massive seasickness and what they did to those that were practicing of faith, the Puritan faith on board, what they did for the Sabbath, and did they have days of Thanksgiving? And what would have surprised them and what would have entertained some of the children, especially with some of the things that were happening outside the boat on the calm days? What were they seeing? What was the sun like? What was the moon like? Again, some of those things they were seeing were like the fish popping up and down, and that would have been some entertainment for them. So I just wanted to let you know, and I will see you again real soon with another update. Thank you.